Hey guys, Evan Palmer here. Just got a nice one out here in west central Minnesota, doing a little bass fishing. Decent one there, 2.5 pounder. We're out here on west central Minnesota, fishing for bass, early spring, or early summer I should say. Fishing shallow, fishing that shallow cover. I'm been using a chatterbait quite a bit. That seems to be working all right. And water temps are low 60s right now, so that spawn is just starting and should get fired up here pretty soon. So they're all staging shallow, getting ready. Some are kind of on a bed, but they're not. They haven't laid any eggs or anything like that yet. So we'll get back to it. Hopefully, we can get some more. They're hooked up, thinking it's the wrong species once again. Yep, old northern, it's a little guy. He's hungry too. There's one. Wrong species again. Cool little boat side strike though. Good fighters, those darn northerns are, huh? Been lots of this size today. Better than the average old hammer handle, or a little bigger than that. A little better fight at least. Pull this guy up. Chowed the chatterbait once again. There you go. Pretty average size. Boom. As you can see, my chatterbait has been chowed pretty good. The skirt is pretty much non-existent. It's been working, so we'll keep at her. Hopefully we can get a bass here, huh? Once again, you can see kind of here, we're in that shallow bay here, and there's a cattail with that mud bottom. This one looks pretty good. It's got some wood in here, sandy wood. There's a log right there. Oh, there's one right up there. It jumped when I cast it in. Looks like it should be good. Just caught one little bass out of here so far, but looks like the big mama should be in here. Big old bass. Just choked the chatterbait. You can see it's a female. She was hungry. She got it in there. Another decent one. GoPro was about dying, so that's why it's hooked up with the charger, but couldn't get it on video. But nice one of the day, probably 3.5 pounder, full of eggs, so we'll make sure to get her back. Hooked up with a little bonus fish action. Of course, oh, there he goes. Just had a northern on, but he got off. Of course, those are always a prevalent thing here in Minnesota, especially if you're catching something mild like a chatterbait. Anyways, one thing I've noticed today out here fishing is that these bass seem to be keying in on shallower bays. Obviously the water's warmer in there, and the ones that are lined with reeds along the edge seem to be the most productive. That bottom type is what they've been kind of keen towards, so that's just a good little tip for you. You know, as always, check the shoreline, because if you have you can see rocks along the shoreline, the bottom just out from it's probably going to be pretty much the same. But if there's those cattails, that's kind of a muddier, softer bottom, and that seems what the bass be relating to. And that's just a good little tip to help you catch some more fish. So get back at her. Well guys, I'm about had enough for the day. I am heading out. I had a little tougher than I expected. I caught a few bass, probably caught 15-20 bass, about the same amount of northerns. Most of them came on the chatterbait and a few other things, but the majority of the chatterbait with the paddle tail trailer. I was a little tougher than I expected for the bass. I was hoping that it was going to be kind of a pre-spawn deal and they'd all be shallow, but the water temp was about 63, 64 by the end of the day, and that those bass started kind of keying in on a bed area. They hadn't dumped their eggs out yet, but that keying in on that bed area made it tough because they were didn't quite want to bite as well before that, or if they hadn't been on a bed like that. It's kind of the in-between stage. It's not really guarding anything. They're just kind of spooky up in there and trying to get that done. So made it a little tough. We still got a few of them to bite, but made the most out of it, and that's all you can ask for. Beautiful day. So that's all I got for you guys. Catch you out there.